I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique. We're taking a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Give my honest thoughts on how the project is being ran. And today, I'm mildly excited to be checking out Carnivore, which had 6,000 likes, 6,000 people following it, 378 backers. Is that a good conversion rate? It doesn't seem like it. That's 1 to 8. Yes, and that one had like some whole controversy thing, and this is like 1 to 5. Maybe it's just because it just launched. Maybe that's it, hopefully. Carnivore is a cataclysmic dinosaur skirmish game where predators battle for survival in the shadow of extinction. Built on a fast, visceral D10 system, it delivers combat that is tactically deep but accessible, easy to learn, brutal to master, and unlike any other... unlike other skirmish games, not any other skirmish games, big difference there. Unlike other skirmish games, players compete over prey driven by instinct rules, objectives that move, react, and fight back. Designed with a commitment to paleo accuracy, every miniature and mechanic reinforces the raw prehistoric struggle with high-quality miniatures and a boutique art-driven rule booklet. Okay, those words concern me a bit. Carnivore is immersive on the table as it is on the page. Okay, that is how you use that space right there. Wow. I feel like a lot of people are going to be intrigued after that. $81,000. It's happening. $20,000 goal. As always with the video, I'm thinking three things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Convince the people of that. Get their money. 90 seconds.
The end came from the sky. A star split the heavens, and the age of dinosaurs began to die. Now, the world is shrouded in ash. The forests wither, and every day is hunger. Lead a pack of predators driven by instinct and desperation. Stalk the shadows, rush the weak, and tear down rivals to claim the carcasses you need to live. From the creators of 1490 Doom comes a brutal struggle for survival in the shadow of the...
So can you do it? I don't know what 1490 Doom is, but I know it's a thing that's been done because you just told me it, so it was good.
Impact. In Carnivore, every lunge, every bite, every misstep can decide your fate. A fatal strike can trigger a violent counterattack, and in an instant, the hunter becomes the carcass. Terror spreads through a starving world. Predators hesitate. They break. They flee when fear overtakes instinct. But the pack that endures, the pack that does not yield, feeds first, drives off all challengers, and secures its territory on the bones of the fallen. Eat first. Die last. Carnivore. Follow now on GameFound.
Okay, that definitely felt artsy. Boutique-style rule booklet. After the video, do I want it? I'm interested. You did a lot of focusing on dinosaur minis in theme, and it felt like less on the mechanisms, which would have been nice to understand a little bit more of. But it's 379 backers. They're making it happen. So Boardgame, they did 1490 Doom, which they mentioned. Welcome to Boardgame, where immersive worlds are born. Founded by Eric Michael Robertson and Cody Taylor, Boardgame is dedicated to crafting unique and stuff things. $253,000. Very nice launching thing. Is that the first? Let's see. Boardgame Kickstarter. Nope. Okay. So that's the first one. The second title, excuse me. So, well, 1490 was their first one. All right. Tabletop war game. Okay. Set in a gridmark world between 1490 and 14. So raising $250,000 on a war game. That is very impressive. Let's make sure people got their stuff. Got a message. The pledge manager was reopened. I didn't select any models. Spoke to support, and they said they would correct this today. Is there a way to find out when my pledge will be dispatched? Is it normal for the physical items from your store to smell like resin still? All of this is cured, right? They absolutely should be cured. How long does it take for the shipping of the physical? Maybe I'm missing it. How do we get the digital STLs? So, received my reward this afternoon, came back to GameFound site, see if PDFs came with my pledge or not, because all 3 books are useless at this type, aka font size. Pledged over $200 for books that I can't read, and it looks like my pledge was physical only. So I checked the website, and the PDFs are priced out of I'll quietly fix this on my own range, buyer beware, and all that. Sure, and yet I hope that Boardgame will find a way to make it right. Didn't respond. Got my pledge this afternoon. Flipping through them, I have to agree with a few others here. The font size is an issue. I have dozens of rule books and Zines. Nothing comes close to this tiny. I don't wear glasses, but to get through these, I had to dig out a magnifying glass. If I had known earlier in this campaign that this was going to be the case, I'd have opted for the STLs, or the STLs should have been complementary to the physicals. I'm not trying to rag on the company, but yada yada. Not good. We'll go one more. I've tried to message support, but my address change didn't go through, and the shipment was sent to where I used to live, so they got in there. They took care of that. So, can you do it? Yeah, they did it. Yeah, this one doesn't have books full of text, so good, but not great. $482. Wow, that's really not great. That's a wow. That's a holy crud. No. I'm just a no on that one. $482. I need to know more about those mechanisms and less about the dinosaurs, unless I'm just planning to paint this thing, in which case that's a different ball game. The end came from the sky. Here's the things, the theme, cool, dinosaurs, box. It's a tabletop skirmish game, unlike anything else. First time dinosaur fans get a brutal pay. It sounds cool. 1 to 4, 60 to 120 minutes. All right. Is this the same video you just showed me?
Clash fang to fang, claw to claw, over the...
Okay, it's like shorter, but whatever. Award-winning games. So they did $14.92. Tabletop Minions gave it the some sort of award. Cool. So is that like a convention or something? Cool. Carnivore, and that's great. That's what you should be doing. Spotlighting that. Good deal. Carnivore is brought to you by Boardgame. Credits to the award-winning $14.92. See more at 8:58 in this video. Who won? Okay, cool. Taking it straight to it. A more recent glowing review from AV Club. Move over Warhammer 490 makes miniature gaming accessible. Why back now? Early access, special pricing, support the vision, stretch pay. There's the scale. Size for war gamers. Size for war games. Carnivore is built at true 32mm tabletop scale. They're not small board game miniatures. They are large format creatures designed for wargaming tables. Okay? Most species range from 5 to 9 inches. I'd convert that to centimeters as well, but very nice. Tyrannosaurus Rex and Spinosaurus approach 9 inches long at 32mm scale. That footprint changes the battlefield. There you went for... there are centerpiece models, not background pieces. While scale for tabletop play, this is a lot of text. That maybe you could have like mentioned, maybe you could have just showcased that something in the video. Just design, like, this is good. Don't get me wrong, but it's like it was a lot. It was a lot of like talking about how the dinosaurs are gonna fight each other and survive and stuff. When it could have just been like, hey, these are way bigger than your typical minis. Convey that somehow. Official miniatures and gameplay reveal. This.
The ends wither, and every day...
I am really sick of that. Like, okay, felt like that was the exact same video 3 times. All right, the shape of fight. I don't think it was, but it was partially how fights work. What do I need? I'd like to see the cheaper version, I guess. Like, is this $482? I'm assuming it's the all-in. No, it's just the okay. So that's the whole game. I'd love to see a box. Is there a box? Oh, these are all just STL. No, so they're physical and they're STL. Okay, cool. Because that was what something complained about earlier. So it's going to be $856 after the fact. Wow. I feel like I'm saving a lot of money here. Really? It's going to be $856 after the fact? I don't know. That number, it just seems like sometimes like, hey, I'm saving money. And then there's sometimes where it's like, really? You making numbers up? So 92 people wanted the game. That's not a great print run, right? Like, the minimum you're going to find is probably 500. This is tons of minis. Tons and tons of minis. Not great. But way over here, the digital, okay, 4 people wanted the digital for this. 7 people wanted the digital for that. 60 people just wanted the guide. Okay. I could print off everything. Okay. Physical book, 96. Just beware. Hopefully they take care of the font on that. I would request that. Be like, hey, can we take a look at this book to see your font after what happened with the last one? 19. Okay, so this is like an STL file one. These are starting to leak off Kickstarter onto GameFound. And it's not even, it's like, And I covered it. I feel icky. This isn't a board game. It's just a box of dinosaur toys with a rough rule booklet, which I guess is most dinosaur games, really think about it. But new scenarios for core rule booklet. I'd love to see more. Stegosaurus hatching. So this was the big thing. Like everybody signed up to get this. Then the add-ons. Okay. I really like to see the book. Like I feel like that's a pretty important thing here. I feel like that's like the main thing. Hopefully we get that. So I can take a gander at that rule booklet, the miniatures, FAQ, frequently asked questions. Will it be late pledge? What table size do I need? All right. There's also a frequently asked questions spot over there you could use. And is there shipping? There it is, all the way down at the bottom. So it's $15. So it's going to be the Apex physical is $30. So it's going to be $512. How many dinosaurs is it? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's what you got. So no gameplay video, no preview video, except for like yours, which still seemed like a lot of theme. I can't look at the rule booklet. Your track record is up in the air. I mean, like it got nominated for an award, which is great. Like that's great, but it's like if people can't read your book, what's that gonna shake out with the rating? Oh hey, here it is. Live gameplay. Okay. Take backsies. So that's a good one. That's why I was going back through here. Yeah, I guess watch that video. Still love to see a copy of the rule booklet. Also, is this box what size is this box? Does this box exist? Because I saw the box, it's on the main image, but it's not on the physical. So is it actually a board game? Physical and digital copies of the Carnivore rule booklet and all came in. So no, there's not a box. Then why would you put a box on your main image? That feels misleading. Let me rewind, make sure I'm not out of pocket here, and there's not a box. Like, yeah, imagine if Labyrinth didn't have that's a box. See, that's a box right there. It holds things. It is not going to hold all these miniatures, as you bragged about. So when do I get the box? One of the first things I'm showcasing too. It's just for the book. Okay. Yeah. Comments. Updates. Let's go to updates, comments. Give us one a grade. I don't even know about the grades. What's the most 30 people here? What are they saying? Blood in the Water. More stretch goals. New page sections. First look at the Daniel Tuckett spread. Here's cool artwork things. A detailed breakdown of the sculptures, the miniatures. What are people saying? Different language. Will these single dinos get alternate sculpts to match other things? Cool. They're in here. They're doing the customer service. That's what I'm checking. Like to see it. Makes you feel more comfortable with it. I'm not really worried about not getting it. Like, can you do it? Yeah. I'm not worried about this not getting to you. At $486, like, yeah. Especially now that I know some of the factories have like the 3D printers, right? So they have really nice high quality 3D printers, so they can do smaller print runs of, miniatures with the time. Building off my previous question about STL size, you say they could fit on a 7-inch build plate. Are there plans to make cool, getting in there, nerding out? Hello, I'm new to the board game community. This is a board game. I don't feel like it. I'm very interested. That's why it's not a board game geek. I'm very interested in this game. I noticed that this game doesn't seem to come with a traditional board. Can I get some more information on the contents of the game? Welcome! Glad you're here. Carnivore isn't a traditional board game with a fixed board. It's a tabletop skirmish game based on an open table. Okay. Cool. What about massive soda pods? So yeah, it's not a board game, and I'm covering it. So I have to come at it from that lens of looking at it. And can you do it? Yeah, I'm not where it's going to get to you, but like, is the game going to be great? I don't know. Their last one just shipped out, and the book was small. I'd be worried about that a little bit, and I'm curious if there's anybody like mentioning that, because it's like respectable hashtag. Looks great. Any timelines? Let us know if we can spread the word. Good luck with everything. Can't see it yet. When the campaign starts, hashtag respectable. Weird. Okay. Yeah, either way. I can't look at it from the board game sense. That's throwing me off. So do I want it? Yeah. If I'm a skirmish fan, like, yeah, okay. You did something else. You spotlight the fact you did something else. I don't have to pay $486. I could just easily get the what is it, the digital, which is 57, and that seems pretty reasonable. Not that anybody's getting it. Everybody's getting the, what was the most popular one? The field guide. Yeah, so the core rule booklet. Okay, and then the field guide physical, 96. Okay, yeah, that feels fine. Can you do it? Yeah. Sure, we'll go with that. It's gonna get to you, I think. Do I want it? If I like dinosaurs, yeah. Like, if I'm a skirmish game fan and I like the idea of, like, surviving and the dinosaurs and it's realistic and they really did something else in the past, you showcased an award to me. I feel like they did a great job on this. Like, honestly. I'm coming around. I've just got to get out of the board game sphere. Because board games, you know, if you don't have a rule booklet out there, that's a huge deal. And I'd love to see something. I'd love to see more than nothing. So I'm not gonna completely give them a pass on that. So do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? Yeah, but I'd like to know more. And then how much is it? That huge sticker price of $486. I don't think that was the way to start. I think it would have led with, you know, hey, here's what the book cost, and then go from there. But it's stupid expensive for the thing. I'm like, yeah. Final grade is a. I got to give them a third of a point grade bump up. You know, I think they're gonna trick. They tricked me. They're going to trick some people in the back of this that were like, wouldn't otherwise, because they're board gamers, and this isn't a board game, but they're like, man, it looks like a board game from the outside, and then I like really like the idea of this theme, and I don't have to spend the $486. I can just spend the $60. So I'm going to give them like a, I don't know, C+. C? I go with C. Right in the middle. Nah, I'm going to, because I got to grade it on a curve. I can't expect, I'm going to go with a C+, yeah. C+. They did a great job spotlighting who they were, what they've done before. They gave you the price really early, even if you don't like it. They owned it unabashedly this whole time. We're leaning into the theme. We're leaning into the music. You know, getting like Kingdom Death Monster vibe without the boxes sort of thing. And I feel like that they had a stretch goal. I wonder if none of the stretch goals is a box. Like, I feel like that would really, because like a big box of dinosaurs, like, that's like, okay, that's a lot easier to talk me into $486 if I think it's like that. I don't see what the stretch goes. Why can't I find a show there? Because I can't read. Miniatures add-on, pledge bonus. So it's just, they're just adding more dinosaurs. Okay. Whatever. But let me know in the comments below, what's your final grade for Carnivore? And did you think it was a board game? You know what? And they even mentioned it here, where it's like, yeah, I still kind of thought it was a board game. Boutique art-driven rule booklet. I think that's how they get. You know, I think they were trying to tell you as much as they could from the outside, like, hey, this isn't quite a board game, but still while showcasing, hey, this is totally a board game right there. So good for them. I'm gonna go with the C+. Let me know in the comments below what's your final grade for Carnivore. And if you enjoyed the content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. Also, I'm launching a Kickstarter later this year to pretty much like do digital stuff. Like, you can buy Kickstarter critique, gift it to someone. I don't know. It's to help me go to Gen Con Origins, and any support is much appreciated. Kickstarter link for that down below. Have yourself a good one. Bye-bye.